साइबराबाद पुलिस कमिश्नरेट में डिजिटल मीडिया के सहाफियों के लिए 13 मई को साइबराबाद पुलिस कमिश्नरेट में एंड नो फाउंडेशन तेलंगाना स्टेट पुलिस सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस और सोसाइटी फॉर साइबर सेफ्टी के जरिए SC साइबर सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल डिजिटल मीडिया सहाफियों के लिए एक वर्कशॉप का इनेकाद किया गया। ये वर्कशॉप साइबराबाद के पुलिस कमिश्नर स्टेफन रविंद्र की माहिर रहनुमाई में मुनक्किद की गई। इस वर्कशॉप को श्रीनिवास रेड्डी एडिटर तेलंगाना, सोमाशेखर द हिंदू और फैकल्टी के बानी राकेश डबोडो एंड नौ फाउंडेशन के बानी अली रमचाला, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के प्रैक्टिस वकील साई तेजा कावटी और टाइम्स के स्पेशल एडिटर सुशील राव जैसे नामूर मुखर्रीन की मौजूदगी ने शरफ बख्शा। वर्कशॉप का मकसद डिजिटल मीडिया के सहाफियों को इस काबिल बनाना था कि वो अपनी शाये करदा खबरों की साख को बेहतर बना सकें, उन्हें हक़ाइक़ की जांच पड़ताल करने के लिए टूल से लैस करें ताकि मालूमात शाये करने से पहले उसकी दुरुस्तगी को यकीनी बनाया जा सके और ये समझना कि गलत मालूमात और उनके दरमियान किस तरह शनाख्त और फर्क किया जाए। गलत मालूमात को साइबर डोमेन क़वानीन के बारे में रोशन ख्याल थे जिन पर लागू होता है।
It's a great privilege to be in this auditorium today and discuss some of the aspects of digital journalism that we are concentrated with today. I welcome to all of you. Thanks to Anil for calling me today, and Mr. Stephen Ravindra, my colleague and good friend Srinivas Reddy, and also from cyber security representative here, and all the journalists from various media present in this auditorium. First of all, when I was asked to talk on this, I felt I am not the right person. Because I belong to, as you might say, a different era. I am a print journalist with 40 years experience in the field. So when I came into say 20 years of my career, I thought, by around this time, I'll be well.
Journalism being the fourth pillar. If there is anything that upholds the democracy, it is journalism. Journalism is the bridge between society and government. Journalism, I will draw a simple analogy. Journalism is the bridge between the society, which comprises of citizens, and the government. When I said a bridge, it must stand on some pillars. What are those pillars? The pillars for this bridge are public interest. First important pillar, public interest. Second one, accountability, integrity, and there are many rest of the things. But the first and foremost thing that happens to be very significant is the pillar of public interest. Now let us try to understand the journalism with aspect to this pillar. There are so many citizen journalists that are coming apart from the mainstream journalists. There are so many mainstream journalists and there are also a couple of, few upcoming journalists, right? By the virtue of the article, you are conferred with the right. But what needs to be kept in mind is anything you write and report must be with respect to the public interest. So where do we get this public interest and all that?
Digital influence, their ability to go digital is still hampered because they are strongly tethered to the print. The orientation is only towards the print, which has got a 24-hour news cycle, whereas the digital, it is just within seconds. As a result, what is happening is, while we are expected to verify, check, cross-check, verify, re-verify and all these things, the digital journalist or the YouTube journalist or US journalist, whatever name we give, he just goes and shares it on your Twitter courtesy this instrument. And Another biggest problem is that sort of a linear communication which we had in the earlier times, now it is a horizontal spread of communication. Everybody hits a forward button and he shares. I have, let us say, 15,000 people following me on my Twitter. I share this information to 15,000 people, and that goes, multiplies, and it spreads in the society. So this horizontal level of communication has another facet, the monetization. If I am a YouTuber, I may be making money also, because if I make a video out of it, and if I fulfill the conditions of the YouTube of having 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 followers for my YouTube channel, I get advertisements placed automatically by the algorithm and I get my revenue out of it. So, if I am an irresponsible digital journalist, I get money for peddling untruths also. I may be doing that unknowingly. Mistakes do happen. We do understand that, journalists make mistakes. But if it is a
law enforcement and digital media, we share an enormous responsibility to address this problem head on, and it is our duty to ensure the integrity of the truth. Let us start by clarifying what these terms mean. Misinformation refers to the spread of false information without harmful intent. It's just an accidental falsehood. Disinformation, on the other hand, is a deliberate creation and sharing of information known to be false with an intent to deceive or cause harm. This is deliberate falsehood. Malinformation is the dissemination of genuine information with the intent to cause harm. It involves sharing of facts and data out of context to serve a harmful agenda. Now, from a law enforcement perspective, each of these phenomena poses unique challenges which have a bearing on the law and order. We are often the first responders to the social and communal unrest by these harmful practices, and thus it is imperative that we are equipped with the skills and tools to combat them effectively. In the digital age, we are inundated with a flood of information, and amidst this deluge, it is often difficult to distinguish between what is real and what is not. Now, in understanding this challenge, researchers have identified 7 common forms of information disorder. First is satire or parody. This is no intention to cause harm, but has a potential to fool you. This form includes humorous or exaggerated content that can be misinterpreted or misrepresented as factual information, especially when shared without the original satirical content. For example, a satirical website posts as an article claiming that Hyderabad's Charminar is sold to a billionaire. If shared without satirical context, some people might mistake it to be a real news. Second one is the false connection, when headlines, visuals and captions don't support the content, like content.
The source, when I say ask any search engine, it will show you, give you at least some information that you don't have. If you don't find any trace of it on the internet, let's say you came across something and it is widely shared and nobody is saying anything about it on the internet, is it possible? Is it possible? 99% of the times it is not possible. 1% of the times it is possible when it is a very hyper-local event. ఏదో ఒక distant, in some distant district away from the city, in some small village, something happened, somebody took a video, shared it. It is not possible that it is available on the internet. So just because something is not available on the internet doesn't mean it is false. Most of the times it is false, but there could be that 1% possibility. So the best way to check is again going through hyperlocal sources. So, since you are a journalist, you will have contacts, contact your friends in that district, contact police in that area. So if some controversial incident happened, I'm sure the law and order police would know. They will eventually, right? That is the way. So I don't mean to say you have to blindly believe. This is not Bible or Gita or Quran. If you believe in religion, this is not to be believed. Which is why I said read, review, convince yourself, and only then inform. Right? Then the second most biggest menace of course, any kind of misinformation you can test like this. The other form of misinformation mostly is in the form of images. You get a lot of images, edited, non-edited, annotated. There is a lot of annotation, text written on the form of etc. etc. Now there is no single way of fact checking these images. So the best way of fact checking images, most search engines give you something called as reverse image search, whether it's Google, whether it's Yandex, whether it's Tinai, Baidu, a lot of these search engines. So on Google, if you